Hey everybody, Begleri Flips back out again today. As you can probably tell from the title and thumbnail, I am not going to be talking about ballast songs today. So, how about we put this thing away for a little bit. I'll probably bring it back out later, but for now we'll put it away, and we will bring out the main star of the show today, Begleri. If you don't know what Begleri is, it's basically a little string with two weights at the end of it. It's pretty much all that it is. It kind of falls into the same category of skill toys, similar to like pen spinning, balisongs, yo-yos, that same kind of skill toy genre. As you can probably tell, mine is homemade. In fact, I made it just last night as of recording. So as you can tell, not very good with it yet. I just took a string, took some washers, sorry, not washers, I took some nuts, I glued the nuts together so they're like one unit. Then I just put them on the string with some knots. Made sure to fuse the end of the rope so it doesn't fray, and hopefully help the knots keep together. But that's pretty much it with the Begleri. Wasn't expecting it to match my hoodie this well. Maybe it looks a bit different on camera, but I will say in real life it matches my hoodie quite well. It's a bit lighter. This rope has more than just orange in it, so that probably has something to do with it. But overall it matches quite well. I'm surprised. But that's besides the point. The reason I wanted to talk about Begleri, and the reason I made one in the first place, is because I don't know if you're all aware of this, but ballast songs are not allowed everywhere. And so a lot of times I've found I'll be at a place where ballast songs aren't allowed. So obviously I don't have one of my ballast songs. And you get that itch, you know? Like you really want to just go reach into your pocket and pull out your ballast song and just start flipping. But the problem is that you're just not allowed. So then, you know, you don't really have an alternative, so you just kind of sit there and play on your phone. Well, Begleri is actually a pretty good alternative. You can kind of do some of the same tricks, like, for instance, here's a rollover. That was a really bad one, but you get the idea. Rollover. You know, so you can kind of do some of those same tricks, along with a lot of other tricks that are very specific to Begleri, which I haven't learned, and I might not learn, because I don't plan on making this my main thing. That's definitely ballast songs. I still think ballast songs are more fun. Of course, I'm biased, because that's what I do. That's what my channel is, ballast songs. But I still think they're more fun. So, you know, there's that. I'm also just not very good at Begleri, as you can tell, so I don't want to hold that against it. I don't have too much to say about the Begleri. I will say that I saw this really cool trick. It's just that it's really easy, because I literally watched the guy do it and then just did it after watching him. So clearly it's a pretty easy trick if I didn't have to practice it. But I still think it's really cool, because obviously there's nothing in the ballast song hobby that's like that. And if there is, please let me know, because I would love to see that trick. I don't have a ton to talk about today with the Begleri. I think that it's a really great substitute in terms of ballast song flipping, because you can it scratches that itch to flip a ballast song while not being a big scary ballast song. I believe they're also legal in a lot more places, which is always good. Now, of course, you can get them without metal weights at the end. I've seen a few with, if you know what a monkey's knot is, it's a type of knot you can tie. I've seen it with just one of those at each end, and I'm sure those work just as well. I just made this with what I had on hand. Of course, I had enough rope that I could have tied a monkey's knot, but that doesn't seem like something I want to do, so we went with this instead. You can also kind of make them into bracelets. I know that Camaro EE wears his as a bracelet a lot. I'm not entirely sure how, because I haven't looked it up, but you know, of course, you can just put it on your wrist, kind of cross them, cross one under the other, and then you've got the two weights there, and you can just kind of wear it like that. It's not the most secure bracelet. I'm sure there's a more secure way to do it, especially at least with the length that mine's at, but you know, you can kind of just wear it as a bracelet. So you could just have it out and ready to go whenever you want it while you're doing other stuff. So I think I think that's pretty cool. Of course, you can't wear balisongs on your body in any way, unless of course you are Brandon Baker and you can wear it in your mouth, but that's a completely different thing. It stays on fairly well. I think if I start moving my arm like crazy, it'll fall off, but for everyday usage, I suppose, seems to stay on quite well. Obviously, it's been staying on while I flip my balisong, so that's good. I don't have too much more to say about the Begleri. Basically wanted to just talk about it, say what it was, and explain how I think it's a good substitute for balisongs when you aren't able to have a balisong. And since it's starting to get dark out, I think that I will wrap up the video here. I hope that you've all had a great day, and I hope that you all keep flipping.